Germany, England, and France, October 21, 2023, where severe flooding leaves a trail of widespread destruction.
Nice.
The Environment Agency has warned that flooding from major rivers could continue amid widespread disruption caused by Storm Babet, which is pose a risk to life in some areas. Flooding has caused travel chaos across Britain's rail networks, and train operations advise customers not to travel. The Environment Agency said 3 severe flood warnings were in place around the River Derwent in Derbyshire, meaning deep and fast-flowing water carries a significant risk as well as serious disruption to local communities.
Is that quite a vicious stream? Because I'm weak and old, you know. I wouldn't be holding on to the electric.
London's King's Cross station was forced to close due to overcrowding. Other passengers were warned not to travel by rail. Network Rail said crowd control measures had been put in place at King's Cross due to disruption to LNER service. More than 100 people have been rescued from flooded areas, while dozens of people spent the night in emergency accommodation, and about 4,000 people across the UK were without power at one stage on Saturday.
Yes, lad! Come on! Limnological lifeguards up!
Meanwhile, Scottish and Southern Electricity Networks said it had restored power of 36,000 of its customers by 4:45 p.m. on Saturday. More than half the staff manning a North Sea drilling platform were airlifted to other sites after several of its anchors came loose during the storm. Coast Guard helicopters were called upon to move 45 non-essential workers from the Stennis Bay in neighboring platforms and some work of the Shetland Island on Saturday.
Oh! 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 May come through, yo!
Across England, there were more than 280 flood warnings on Friday for parts of the Northeast, Yorkshire, the Northwest, East Anglia, the Southwest, and the Midlands. On Saturday, the torrential rainfall moved back northward to eastern and northern Scotland, where some places had already seen about a month and a half worth of rain during the storm, the Met Office said. Hundreds of people were evacuated for their own safety from flood, with about 60 people refusing to leave and eventually needing to be rescued. Suffolk and Derbyshire County Councils also declared major incidents. Clifton Brook area manager at Derbyshire and Rescue Service said that more than 100 people had been rescued on Friday. A further 18 houses were evacuated in a village called Ironfield, again in north of the county. The rural village of Debenham in Suffolk was cut off by flooding, residents said, while tractors were being used to rescue people caught in the floodwater. An emergency center was set up at local leisure center, where about 50 people slept on grass mats on Friday night. In France, a dramatic moment, a bus is swept away in a flooded French river after huge rainfall from Storm Aline, was Northern Europe faced a battering for Storm Babet. Gale force winds and floods struck several countries in Northern Europe as the region endured more heavy rain on Friday that forecasters say will continue into the weekend. Danish meteorologists issued their highest warning for very dangerous weather.
Oh my God.
They say level of some inland waters rise up to 240 centimeters, nearly 8 feet above normal. In a demonstration of the dangerous weather, several vehicles were swept down a river in Saint-Martin-Vez-Soubise in southern France at midday on Friday. Video shows it passing other buses parked on the bank during high water levels, with half of the vehicle submerged as it came to halt. Shortly after 9 a.m., two bridges gave way in Saint-Martin-Vez-Soubise, the Maïssa Bridge and the Troyes Pont Bridge. In Germany, Germany's Baltic Sea coast was also battered by strong winds and rain, which triggered flooding of the evacuation of around 2,000 people, according to the emergency service in the state of Schleswig-Holstein. The highest water levels were recorded around midnight on Friday in the northern two of Landsberg, reaching almost 2.3 meters above normal, a level unseen for almost 120 years. A red severe weather warning was issued by the German Weather Service for parts of the Baltic Sea coast, including Heligoland and the East Frisian Islands. Forecasters say they expected flood and hurricane-like gusts with speed of around 110 km per hour. They urged people to stay inside if possible, warning there was the possibility of trees, branches, and other debris being uprooted and blown around.